And I always wonder how in the world does someone survive at 18, and and where does people come up with that $500, how can you charge $500 per endpoint? And we're going to get into more of that in pricing, but it's all about not what anybody I there's people in my markets cheaper than me, and there's people more expensive than I am, and that's fine. When people ask me, I'm mid-high range and price, and but I don't really sell on the price as much as the value that we're giving you. Or do you rather be in business, running, not be affected by a cyber attack, and do business with me, or just have antivirus and RMM on your machine? And I don't use the technical terms with a client. And that's what you guys have to think about today, is that you're competing against companies like me, Mike, and some of the other bigger MSPs out there, that you've got to up the ante and bring up your services and be able to offer that. So, Mike, you say?
Yeah, I mean, I say the same thing, right? I mean, some of these things you might shift which plan or whatever it is. That's why I say these are the guidelines to get there. But starting with that insurance requirement, what do those insurance requirements look like? That's a big good place to start and make sure they're meeting the needs. Because, like you said, if they're not willing to protect their own insurance policy that they're already paying money for and stay compliant with that, then what other problems are you going to have down the road? And one of the things I even thought about earlier was, would you rather lose customers because your price too high, or because your service sucks because your price too low and you can't provide the service that you want? I'd rather lose customers raising prices or being too expensive, but providing solid service, good cyber, all the other things, than to lose customers because we can't answer our phones.
Exactly. All right. So these are just some ideas, guys. There's that pricing chart. We're going to get into more in this. Hang tight, because Mike's got a spreadsheet he's going to walk you through. So essentially what you want to do is update your service stack, revise your service stack with updated cyber protections. Almost across the board, what I see with most MSPs, there's things that they're leaving out, or they're not, or they're including, but they're not charging for them. That's the other mistake. So don't just add it in and say, well, I'll just absorb the cost. No, add it in, but or sell it, upsell it. Now, the other thing, and Will does, this actually came from Will, so, and he probably stole the idea from Mike. I don't know, but anyway, but I got to give Will the credit here, because one of the things he does, I think, is just really, really smart. Is every year, if you sign a new contract with him, you are on the 2022 version of that agreement. So, in our case, it would be like the Accelerators Club 2022, right? And by including the year in the name of the service, what you can do 2 years later or 3 years later, you could say, you're on the old version, you're on the old model of our service stack and service offering. We have a brand new service offering. We've updated everything. We've enhanced it. We've added on things. We've done, we've added value in here, and we want to upgrade you. And upgrade's a good word. We want to upgrade you to the new 2022 version of our agreement.